So you might be wondering why we are partnering with MS FitEffect as part of our benefit and fundraising efforts for our London Symphony album. And so you would need to know a little bit of the background of my family. My dad was actually diagnosed with MS when he was 33. This was around 1976. I was 3 years old at the time. My brother would have been 6. So my parents had just built a home in Narvon in Lancaster County. My dad was writing the check for the first payment for their mortgage of that home. And as he was trying to write the check, he found that his hand was not moving in the way he wanted it to, and he was having a lot of trouble writing the check. That began his journey of many doctor's appointments and tests to eventually find that he had multiple sclerosis. As far as my dad's journey with MS, it was a slow progression of the disease. At first, it affected him as far as his balance. And in fact, I recall when he would go to my brother's baseball games, there was a time when he would go and there was a person there, either my mother overheard them or my dad heard them say that they thought it was so sad that my brother's dad had a drinking problem because he was just stumbling around a lot, and I guess often had at the games and such. And so they thought he was an alcoholic, I suppose. And so this did not sit well with my dad, but that was the point where he decided that he was going to start using a cane to help himself get around. So from that, then it progressed to using a walker and eventually like a scooter or wheelchair at times for long distances. And the way MS had affected my dad was balance, it was double vision, it was intolerance to extreme heat or cold. He would get muscle spasms, and these are all common symptoms of MS. He went through quite a few different things, steroid treatments, B12 shots. Those are the things I can remember. But eventually he got to a point where he just got frustrated with it, and there were no options that were really working for him without side effects that he didn't care to live with. So he just said, was kind of like, forget it. This is where I am, and this is how it is. And so he just essentially persevered with it and dealt with symptoms as they came. So it was in 2014, actually, that he had passed away. And it was at that time when I had 2 young children, Jacob and Olivia. When they were in grade school, I was actually working part-time as a reading aide in their elementary school. My children's teacher, Karen Hunt, who was an amazing teacher, in fact, had helped me quite a bit with my son, who has an autism diagnosis. And while he had certain things in place, like privately, he needed more support at school. And so she was really helpful to me in navigating all of that with the school system. So in 2015, Karen was diagnosed with MS. She eventually found this group in Elizabethtown, MS FitEffect. They help treat symptoms of MS through exercise. They had actually helped her so much that she decided that she was going to become a trainer through their program and in turn like help other people who have MS and help them see the kind of results that she had seen, who can also see and have seen amazing results from going through that program. This project with London Symphony is such an undertaking, and it's so there are a lot of moving parts to it. And we thought, well, if we're going to do something on a grand scale to help other people, is there anything more that we can do? And hopefully just like marry one greatness with another. I just kept coming back to MS FitEffect. It's local. It's something that's certainly close to my heart, because I wish that my dad would have had such support. I wish that he would have had a family like MS FitEffect to help support and to help him manage his symptoms as well. And I think it would have been incredibly beneficial. And I am very grateful that there is such a group and that it's so close to home, really. Francis and I eventually met with Mark and Jackie, who are just fabulous, exuberant, and just really, really great, passionate people. And I can't even tell you how amazing they are. And I can see what drives them. I understand how personal it is for them as well. And I just see all of the good that they're doing. They were on board almost immediately, thought this was a great idea. And so here we are. This is how Francis and I are trying to give back in a way. We are giving back. And in fact, we are proud to be silver sponsors right now for MS FitEffect. We were just at their launch of their 10-week program just a few weeks ago. We got to meet some of the current participants, people who we are able to help. And it was so great to see and meet those people. And when we were there, there was one guy in particular who reminded me of my dad. And there's just a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope there. And in fact, right now, their mission is to have hope realized. And it is. It's tangible. And you see the great progress that they make in their work. And essentially, Francis and I are very proud to be sponsors and to help them in any way that we can. And we're really excited that not only are we helping them now, but we're going to be helping them in the future with the donations that you and so many other people are making. It's incredible. So thank you. Thank you.